Welcome, Sports Nation, to Sports DTM, the sports channel where we call sports down the middle. You can expect the latest in sports news, views, and reviews from our resident analysts. No sports topic is too controversial, and no team or player is above criticism. So just smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on our balanced offering of riveting sports content. And don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Welcome to Sports DTM.
We had a great performance back in Kingston, and it would have been really good to actually get that group, back again to continue to build, and continue to bond and create chemistry. Again, that's not the case, and we have to deal with it for whatever it's worth. And given the conditions, given the situations, we're going to have to go out there, we're going to have to adjust, and we're going to have to fight, nonetheless, and try to go out there and give the best account of ourselves as possible.
Of course, you would have played in conditions similar before. But what does it take? What does it take to actually play in these tough, really icy conditions?
You said it, you have to be tough mentally. You have to be tough mentality, that's the biggest one. And that's not gonna make it any less cold, but it can see you through, and I've played in ridiculous conditions, but again, thinking that it's cold is not going to change anything, but you can kind of condition your mind that, listen, it's cold for you, it's cold for them, even though they're from here. And I only hear people say you can get used to it. I don't know. I think it's just a mentality. If you have the right mentality, you'll survive. It's not going to take from the fact that it's going to be super cold, but, the more you think about the cold, again, it's not going to make it any colder, but you might feel colder because mentally you think it's so cold. So I feel like the mentality is going to be important, and if you have a tough mentality and you go out there, even though it's going to be really cold, you'll survive, and you'll realize that it's never as bad as it seems, and as bad as you think it is, somebody is always having it worse.
All right, you mentioned it earlier that the game in Kingston, that's the game against El Salvador, was a good game. What makes it so? What do you think contributed to the way the team would have played in the last game?
I don't know. I just feel like the guys, they came out, everybody just do the simple things right. I mean, we were fearless, from the opening whistle, and that's the most complete game I've ever played. First half, second half was very good. And I think also, players are starting to get a better understanding of each other, learning others' strengths, weaknesses, and supporting strengths and covering for weaknesses. So I think, as I said earlier, you can if you have the right, structures in place and the right guidance, you can only get better with time. And I feel like that performance was as a result of, we starting to get more time together as a group, even though, there's still players missing that weren't here before, but I still think that the core, I'll give an example, maybe Gregory Lee or a Ravel, even Javon Brown to an extent, those are players that I never, play with a lot before the qualifiers, and there just wasn't enough time, to get it done. But again, the more players come and the more consistent the group is, and again, players come who want to be here and who want to play, the better it's going to get, the more time we spend together. So, yeah.
So finally, you are optimistic about the Nations League coming up afterwards, because that would be the next big competition.
Definitely, and that's why I don't want people to look at, especially players, and staff look at this game as, oh, it's back end of the World Cup qualifiers and we can't qualify. Yeah, but guess what? This is 3 games we have to get better for the Nations League. 3 games we have to get better for the Gold Cup. You know, so we have to really cherish these games. You know, and you know we can't waste any of them. We have to make the most of them. We don't have the luxury of having these training camps and playing, you know, 5, 6, 7 game every year. You know, at least 2 each window friendly games. So we have to really utilize and maximize on everything possible from these games when we get them, because they kind of come few and far apart.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right.